Hi, I'm Gary Striegler. This window seat is a great example of a project that sometimes we have to go back and add when we're partway through a job. The clients came in and said, boy, it'd be great to have a window seat, and we're also going to add a bookcase that sits on top of this, which is why we've cut these ears off. This was big enough that it really only made sense to build it in place as we go. Now this bookcase, we built it in the shop, and it's actually in the garage. It's going to get painted, but we're going to need to paint this in place. So when I say kind of build it in place, what I mean is we started out, and we're trying to ease this top up. So what we did was put 4 dividers in which compartmentalize this. Those dividers have pocket screws down into the floor. And then they've also got, you can't see them from here, but you can probably see it behind me, they've got some pocket screw holes back here. Those we will eventually use to attach this top. The reason I'm saying eventually is because there's also a possibility we're probably going to come back and add some more intermediate styles so that if they want to put drawers in here, they can. This is like the most important pro tip ever. Don't ever permanently attach a top to something like this until you know whether or not you have to add drawers, because it's terrible to try to adjust and put drawers in something like this once the top is on. But what we did, of course, we laid out and put these in first. Now each one of these uprights had a cleat attached to it that this plywood shelf would sit down on. We started from the wall, put in the first upright, and then we cut the bottom shelf and put this piece in, shoved it over again so it's a tight fit, attached all that, and then same process, but basically these shelves fit in between the uprights. That's a simple way to do it when you're building in place. There's a cleat on the back wall that the back of those shelves are fitting on, and this face frame is supporting it on the front. And in the middle of each of these long shelves, there's a little cleat pocket screw to them to support the middle. Again, we're probably going to go back and end up adding a vertical piece here. The face frame was a little bit longer than we had material for, so it's actually got a splice right here behind me, but we could do that in place. So in general, we made this all in place. The plywood top, was bigger than we could get out of a piece of plywood, obviously. So it's just got some biscuits in that joint to keep that tight. And then we made sure this front edge, when we put it on, spanned that joint. So that's how we went about building this in place. I really don't know if I would have probably couldn't have built it any other way than building it in place, because it's just too big wall to wall to get in here. So anyway, this is a great project to add. I know that they're going to really enjoy having this window seat, especially when we get this shelving unit put in between.